What's going on, people? I am RobTV of RobTV, and I cannot believe it. But just like that, we're on episode 2 of Closing the Gap. But before we get into the actual topic of today's video, I've been thinking about something. A very deep topic, and I feel like I should at least address it before we get into today's video. I think that your boy might have the best waves in the FGC. I mean, come on. Look at this.
You can't tell me shit. Remember I was broke.
Really, nigga?
Anyway, today's video is 6 mistakes that I wish I didn't make as a beginner in FGC. Alright guys, so the first mistake that I want to go over is taking online too seriously. We've all been there, we've all done it. Actually, most of you watching this video right now are taking online too seriously. Don't motherfucking lie, I know better. I know because I've been there and I've done that. And sometimes even to this day, here and there, I might get a little salty or annoyed online. But 9 times out of 10, honestly, like not actually 99 times out of 100, to be honest, I don't really get annoyed online because I know it's not that damn serious. Look, in the end of the day, online is extremely important as far as training, getting better, because we can't play offline every single day, all damn day, sadly. If only we lived in Japan, then, maybe we could. But we can't because we live here in America. With that being the case, online is the best that we got, but we can't take the losses that we take online all too seriously because the game is actually significantly different online versus offline because of that 3-letter word, lag. And as if lag wasn't enough, we also got to take something else into account, at least for which, your boy, by the way, I'm gonna do a video on this soon, probably like within the next week. But your boy is master rank now, to be clear. So with that being the case, your boy being high rank and all that, a lot of people I go against are going to be lower ranked than me when I go into ranked and stuff. And they're going to make the craziest reads of all time because if they lose, they look at it as, oh, who cares? I'm only going to lose a few points. But if it works, then I'm going to win 100, 200 points, whatever the hell, So, of course, when it comes to the whole point of us training is to win tournaments or to place better at tournaments. But, the whole point is getting better so you can win an offline, legitimate tournaments where there's actually rankings, so on and so forth. But online, none of that stuff is actually on the line. Oh, wow, is that... that pun was completely unintended. Online, none of that stuff is on the line. On the line, I'm so divine. My waves are super fine and so defined. Oh my God. Hey, that's it. Look, don't take online too damn seriously. On to number 2. Number 2. Number 2 is gonna have to be not reaching out to training partners. Whatever you do, don't do it that damn soft. I mean, that was, I don't know why I did it like that. I just thought it would be a cool, but you gotta reach out to training partners, man. Early on in the game, I wasn't reaching out to people all like that, not all too heavy. And honestly, that's the thing that's gonna level you up the fastest. I actually have a video on like how to break down any matchup in 5 steps that you can check out after you're done with this video if you haven't seen it already, or if you want to go, get a refresher. But one of the main things I talk about on there is the fact that you need to be sending out messages. If you're on PSN or whatever, wherever you're playing, PSN or PC or whatever, but if you get your ass beat by someone, or you just think that they have a lot of knowledge with a character or something like that, or you got some questions for them, or you think they'll just be a good training partner, send them a damn message. Don't just add them to your favorites. Don't just send them a CFM friend request. Send them a message. Hit people up on PSN, PC, and also probably the most important spot, use Twitter. If you don't send messages out, you never know. A friend of mine actually needed some help with something with Minot recently after she had lost to a certain character in a tournament as a jury or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's a jury. But she does not know this person, right? But she sent a message out. And guess who she sent it to? Infiltration. And Infiltration responded, and she got some, good tech, and, she learned a whole lot from the guy. But if she didn't reach out in the first place, then who knows? Now, of course, I'm not telling you just to reach out to the big name players or nothing like that, because obviously, as I made a video on why stronger players don't usually train weaker players, or that's another video you can check out. So they're probably not always gonna theory fight and train with you or whatever. But in general, just like with the ladies and stuff like that, you gotta shoot your shot, family. And for any females watching, girls don't usually shoot their shot with guys, right? Is that like that's not like non-PC to say, right? Like the feminazi's not about to be on my ass, right? Like I'm not wrong for saying feminazi, am I? Like we can't take a joke. I'm not editing this shit out. Make sure you reach out to find training partners. It's gonna level you up very damn quickly. All right, guys, number 3 is a little bit more, you know, it's the thing that people don't really talk about like that because it sounds kind of boring. But in the end of the day, the third thing that I wish I did early on in my FGC career is learn the language of fighting games. And that is none other than frame data. We all gotta learn frame data, guys. If you're early in the game, or actually, there's some people who are like diamond rank and super diamond or whatever, and don't really know frame data all too heavily. I'm telling you, if right now you aren't like, don't have in-depth knowledge of frame data, you don't not sure how to read it, or you know how to read it, but you don't really look into it all too much, and you're doing the whole, oh, I just play off a feel and all that, you are gonna get 10 times better if you learn the language of fighting games. That's just like, if, you know, visiting Japan. You know, a lot of us in the FGC are probably gonna end up visiting Japan. A lot of us who are very serious about it and everything. But wouldn't it be a lot better experience if we can go there and actually know Japanese? I think that's, you get it, right? I mean, like, does that equate? Even if not, your ass need to learn some damn frame data. I can assure you that. Huh. Oh, so you wanna know what number, let me put my legs up for this. Oh, damn, you can't even see. You can't even see that my feet are. Oh, I didn't even know. I thought I had some fresh ass shoes. I'm glad you can't see my feet because I thought I had some fresh ass shoes. But anyway, number 4 on the list is gonna be traveling. Traveling is the best thing that I've done when it comes to leveling up. The reason I was able to go so far in 1 year as far as my skill and whatnot is because, you know, every weekend, every other weekend, basically, I'm traveling, hitting tournaments. There's nothing like putting your own money, your hard-earned money up on the line and risking it. There's nothing like actually, even outside of the money, there's nothing like traveling hours to a tournament, getting your ass beat by whatever it is you lost to. Like let's say online, you go online, you lose to an Abigail. You might be mad, you might be salty, but you might end up still moving along and, you know, going on about your day, going to play some more ranked matches or whatever. But when you go and lose to that Abigail in a tournament, after you drove 5 hours, 7 hours or whatever, you drove 5 to 7 hours and then you just lost to this character because you didn't know what to do against them, something different happens. It takes over you and it makes you want to go home and actually grind out whatever it is that you lost to. And of course, in general, when it comes to, you know, meeting training partners and, you know, theory fighting and all that type of stuff, messaging people online is one thing. And like I said, I definitely recommend you guys all to do that. But going to actually see the people in person, nothing really is going to beat that. Guys, I'm sorry to say it, but we only have 2 left. I know we've been enjoying ourselves and everything, but we only have two left. I'll drop another video soon. Number 5 on the list is gonna be none other than the most important thing. It's hard to call something the most important thing, but this, okay, it's high up on the damn list. Theory fighting. You're gonna hear me say this in a million videos from now on because I need to talk more about this stuff. Theory fighting is the cornerstone of growth. Now this ties in with the whole, with number 2 on the list, which is reaching out. But reaching out, that's just to meeting people in the first place. But it's like after you do reach out, what are you supposed to do? Well, that's where theory fighting comes into play. You want to actually break down whatever situation that you're not sure about. I can't count the amount of times. I might post a screenshot here or something like that for me talking to one of the homies. I don't know which one I'm gonna use yet, but shout out to whoever it is that I use on here in the screenshot. But I hit people up, you know, we talk, I'll directly ask them like, hey, what do you think of this character matchup that we're playing right now? They'll tell me what they think about it. I'll probably tell them what I think about it. I'll ask them, oh, why do you, like a lot of times people are gonna say, oh, I think the matchup is 6'4" Karen favor. I think the matchup is 6'4", whatever favor, it's 5'5", whatever, you know, they give you something like that. But then you want to dig deeper and, you know, try to get a better explanation or a deeper explanation of why it is that they think that. And don't just take that, make sure you try to, you know, respond thoroughly. And if theory fighting is going well as it can go, then you might end up having like paragraphs, you might end up having paragraphs sent back and forth between you guys. So you're damn near writing fucking essays on Street Fighter without even noticing it. And that is gonna be crucial to you actually leveling up. Early on in the game, I wasn't as heavy on Theory Fighter. I was more so like, oh, let me go and play some ranked match. Let me just go run games. I need to play to get better. You don't just need to play to get better. As I talked about in the whole, why strong players don't use to train weaker players. I talked about the importance of theory fighter. Theory fighting is, I will argue, even more important than actually playing in some ways. All right, guys, and this last one is gonna be one that I actually just recently am starting to get over myself, because I actually had a lot of issues with this. The more serious you get about the game, and the more serious you get about competing, then sometimes you can forget this part. And it might sound cheesy, but the fact of the matter is, you gotta remember why we actually do this stuff, and that is to have fun. Number 6 on this list, and the final thing on this list is gonna be remembering to actually have fun with it. In the end of the day, I started playing Street Fighter because I loved it. It had nothing to do with a damn tournament. It had nothing to do with, getting my name up, or I wasn't expecting to go to, when I started playing Street Fighter, I wasn't expecting to go and try to do it professionally. I wasn't expecting to go and try to, I didn't think of a YouTube channel. I didn't think it, being sponsored or none of this stuff was on my mind whatsoever. I only played it because I loved playing it. So damn near every day, every other day, I was getting up and running matches. I wasn't using training mode yet, none of that. I just had a whole lot of fun. It felt dope whenever I would land a Raging Demon in Street Fighter 4. But it's easy after you get to a certain point, it's easy to be like, man, I need to improve. I need to get so much better. So you think of it like a damn job. A job that, most of us aren't even getting paid for. We're not even making like minimum wage job money off of it or nothing like that. So we're making it, we turn it into a job subconsciously, and it ends up becoming a super stressful endeavor, and you're less likely to want to get up and hit training mode or whatnot. The way you're really gonna get stronger is by enjoying yourself, because if you're not loving what you're doing, you're not gonna want to do it. And even if you force yourself to do it, you're not gonna get the same results as somebody who's actually loving every single second of it. So no matter what you do, no matter how serious you get about the game, no matter how far you end up going with the game, remember why you play it in the first place, and that is to have fun. All right, then, guys, so that's it for the video portion of episode 2 of Closing the Gap. Shout out to Esports Terminal, and with that being the case, notice I said just the video portion. Every single month, an article also drops, which is basically like an op-ed. So this video and that article, they're 2 completely different things. This month's article is actually called Stream Monsters, Please Keep Talking Shit, or something like that. Like, that might not be the exact title, but as the title gives you a decent idea of where the article might be going. But I think there's actually an interesting twist in there. I don't think that a lot of people really talk about Stream Monsters in the way that I'm actually tackling it in this article. So definitely check that out. Hit the link down there in the description. Of course, show Esports Terminal some love. You can give them a follow right here on Twitter. Follow your boy right here on Twitter. And until next time, I'll be your boy Rob, be of RobTV, and I'm out.